So, the top 10 things that you might be doing that are turning women off, and in no particular order, are as follows. Number one, shitty attitude. So, if you have a victim mentality attitude, that is a major turnoff. What that translates to for a woman is that you can't handle life. And if you can't handle life on your own, then how is she going to be able to trust you to handle life when you're in a relationship and life throws crap at you? Because life is going to throw crap at you. That's just part of being a human, and how you handle it and your attitude toward it will reveal a lot about your character. So that's number one, is a shitty victim mentality attitude. Number two, not handling shit tests well. In fact, failing shit tests is number two. And again, these are not in any particular order, but number two is failing shit tests. So if, for example, you are always agreeing with her instead of standing up for your own opinions respectfully, but also with unwavering confidence, then she is going to lose respect for you. And if you don't handle the shit test well, or at all, and you just walk away, then she's just going to look at you and think that you're weak and, again, don't know how to handle a woman, which she needs you to be able to handle. Number three, insecure body language. When you have insecure body language, a woman will be turned off before she even actually meets you. So what does insecure body language look like? It looks like poor posture, which can come from gaming or too much time on the computer, but it also is a sign of low self-esteem and insecurity and depression and sometimes even mental health issues, none of which are a turn on to a woman, of course. So the number one thing you can do with body language is to stand up straight, shoulders back, chin up, and walk with purpose, like purposeful strides. You don't have to walk fast, but just long, confident strides. So that's another thing that you can do to increase the alpha, confident body language. Now, number four, bragging or boasting. Women are really, really subtle. We pick up on all kinds of very, very subtle hints, unlike men do. So if you're going to boast or brag, you want to make sure you're doing it so subtly that you don't think she's going to actually even pick up on it. So for example, if you say, you're proud of your job, or you're proud of your car, or you're proud of your accomplishments, or whatever you're proud of, it's okay to slip it into the conversation as long as you're not actually saying it directly in order to impress her. So if you're just trying to impress her by saying it, then that's actually going to be a turnoff. But if it comes up naturally or somewhat naturally, seemingly organically in a conversation, then it's not a turnoff, but it's also revealing evidence of your accomplishment, or it could be a social status, it could be financial status, it could be physical or health status, whatever it is that you feel that might be something that would be impressive to her. You must find a way to put it into the conversation in a way that isn't obvious. So if you have a really great job, then you can ask her about her job or what she likes about her job. And then that's a natural way to say, yeah, I've been at my job for such a long time. I really enjoy it. They really appreciate me because they, I get such great bonuses or whatever. If you work for yourself, then you can say, I'm like, good for you that you enjoy working for yourself, or good for you that you really like your boss, or too bad that you don't like your boss. That's why I really love working for myself, because I'm in charge of my own hours, and I have unlimited income because I decide how much I'm going to work, or whatever. So you kind of get the idea that if the conversation is about her and how the particular topic relates to her, then it's natural for you to be able to add your own status in that particular situation. And there's other ways, like if actually you have something that you're really proud of, but you're not sure how to work it into the conversation, write a comment below, let me know what it is, and I'll give you some ideas. So that's, I think that was number four, wasn't it? Number five was a little bit like number two in failing shit tests, by always agreeing, but in and of itself is always agreeing with her. That's such a turnoff. A woman wants to know that you have an opinion because she doesn't always think she's going to be right about things. If you're always agreeing with her, then she can't trust that she can lean on you or rely on you when she doesn't know what to do about something in life, or when you're struggling together as a team with something. She needs to trust that you can actually have an opinion of your own that might actually get you both to a better place in life, because you have confidence in your own opinions and ideas and solutions and values and the whole thing. So if you are constantly agreeing with her, then that's just going to come across as weakness. So what you need to do is to find things that you actually disagree on and then have conversations about that, not necessarily arguments. At some point in time, you are going to argue, but you want to at least be able to have debates that are healthy about the pros and cons of different ideas and philosophies and just opinions about things in life in general. So if you can do that, then that's going to be more impressive to her than if you agree with everything she says. Number 6, having an inauthentic personality. And this again also ties in with always agreeing with her. If you are inauthentic because you are just trying to be the type of person you think she wants, then you're going to have to play that role for the rest of your life with her. And it's not going to feel good. And she's going to sense it because women are very, very intuitive and we can sense these things. And there's going to be something that just doesn't fit and feel right for her. And there's going to be an incongruence with who you're portraying and who you actually are. So you'll also be a lot happier if you just be who you are. And what that essentially looks like in the real world is doing the things that you enjoy doing unapologetically. So, if you're a gamer, great, be a gamer. If you are an athlete, great, be an athlete. Don't try to downplay who you really are and what your interests truly are for someone else. There will be some happy medium and some common ground in there for you to be able to be compatible. And if there isn't, then she's not the right person for you anyway. And it's better to find that out sooner than later. So be who you truly are. Don't compromise on your personality or your interests for anyone else, All right, so that's number 6. So number 7, again, lack of opinions. You need to be able to have your own opinions about pretty much everything. So the best way to practice having an opinion is within your friendship groups or even within your peers at work if you work with people, and to, instead of just agreeing with, or even not even agreeing with, but just sitting back apathetically and not contributing, start thinking about what people are actually talking about and really process that within yourself and decide which things you actually truly agree with and which things you might choose not to agree with. And the best thing you can do is practice speaking up about things you disagree with. And it may be challenging at first because a lot of times if you're struggling with meeting women or just in general, if you're shy, it's also exacerbated by our behaviors of wanting to please others and not create discourse. So what you need to do is to start speaking up about things you disagree with when it's not as important as it is when you're with a woman, because you need to be practiced in able to disagree with a woman and have your own opinions when it counts. Like, you can't be like, oh shit, I don't agree with this, or I don't even know what I actually agree with and don't agree with, which again makes you weak. Women do not like weak men. Not the kind of women that you want, let me tell you. Not the kind of women you want. Number 8. Now this is a big one. So this again kind of comes back to self-esteem, but number 8 is you think she's out of your league. Now, one of the things you have to remember is that we tend to date people who are about our same level, but women tend to want to date someone who's at least at her level or a little bit higher, at least perception-wise. So that doesn't mean you actually are better than her in any way. I mean, better is subjective, but for the purpose of this video, you don't want to be acting like she's better than you. What you have to do, this is how you can handle this. What you need to do is remember that all women, no matter how gorgeous, and even sometimes when they're specifically hot and gorgeous, all women have insecurities, and there's something about her body or her personality or something about herself that she doesn't like and that she's insecure about. You just have to remember, and this is absolutely true, almost all women, any woman that you're going to be interested in, maybe the J-Los of the world aren't insecure, but any woman that you're probably interested in is going to have an insecurity and is going to also have flaws. You must remember that women have flaws, not just physical flaws, but personality flaws, mental, spiritual, whatever. Like, we have flaws, and you need to be able to believe that. Otherwise, it's going to show up again in your interactions. And if you don't believe you're good enough for her, she's definitely not going to believe that you're good enough for her, because it's contagious. So contagious. That reminds me of another joke. Anyways, it's contagious. So how do you deal with this? You just got to remember and go into every interaction remembering and believing and knowing that there's something about her that isn't perfect. So when you do that, then you're not going to start putting her on a pedestal. That's the worst thing you can do at the beginning of any relationship, and really truly in a relationship. Unless you're both putting each other on a pedestal within a relationship, it's not healthy, and it's just going to make you look, again, weak and needy and not good enough. And if you don't think you're good enough, she's not going to think you're good enough. So that's not good. No es bueno. Okay, next, number 8, not knowing what to say. So you need to be able to carry conversations. And I did another 3 videos recently, actually, where I give you 36 questions to build intimacy, Arthur Aaron's 36 questions. And they are great for keeping a conversation going and learning more about the person that you're with. So those are some really good tips, just the tip, for being able to keep a conversation going. And the thing is you need to not be too worried about awkward silences. A silence is only awkward if you feel awkward. Sometimes silences are comfortable. They can be comfortable silences. You don't have to fill every gap with chit chat or conversation. And another tip for conversation is just about asking her questions that are open-ended. Like, do you like pizza is a closed-ended question. What kind of pizza is your favorite pizza? Or where is the best pizza you've had in the city? And then number 10, the last thing that is a major turnoff to women is when you fail to make eye contact. So if you are constantly looking away and you can't maintain eye contact, that is again a sign of insecurity, weakness, or a serial killer. Like, no one wants a Shreddies killer. So what you need to be able to do is maintain eye contact for about 80% of the time. So you're looking at her for about 80% of the time. You might glance away when you're thinking about something, and then you're going to